Okay, so with this thing, I have very high alert. Anything that is very much personal, that is about the appearance of a candidate, for example, about their skin color, their skin tone, their hairstyle, about their height, about their accent, about their ethnicity, about their language, their origin, from where they belong. All of these things are very, very personal, and nobody would ever like to have a comment on that, especially in the interview. So please always avoid any such kind of a discussion or that can lead to any of these things. As an interviewer, we would never be passing any comment, or we would not be asking any question that would be relevant to their skin tone, their color, their origin, their language, or like anything that defines them other than their professional thing. You would only ask the professional things. You would only ask the professional capabilities, competencies, not anything that is very much personal or related to their personal being. One thing I would emphasize again, that, for example, the candidate sitting in front of you is not wearing the kind of attire that is followed in your organization, or apparently they do not look like a good match to the organizational culture. Even then, please do not pass any comment on that. It's very personal, it's very sensitive. If you want to guide them or educate them about that, or you want to probe on that whether they would be a good cultural fit apparently with the organization or not, for that you need to wait till the end. For example, if you're done with the first, second, and third part of the interview, at the end you can just tell them, okay, this is the work environment we have, this is kind of a attire that we follow at our workplaces, so would you be comfortable wearing that? So this is how you can just ask them, and they and share them the details about attire or appearances that are followed in your organization, or the dress code of your organization. But please do not pass any comment that can hit their confidence during the discussion or before the discussion. So the competencies are the first thing that, before going to the discussion, you need to have in front of you, so you know that what kind of competencies and skills you are going to look for in that particular candidate. So that, and then on the basis of those competencies, you frame your questions that can help you having more productive discussion, and at the end you would have a logical reasoning for recommending or not recommending a candidate. The best way to frame your question is always about the competencies and skills. So जब भी आप इंटरव्यू करने बैठे हैं, the first thing that you need to look at is what are the qualities, what are the capabilities and skills, or generally you call them competencies, those are needed for that particular role. So before meeting the candidate, you need to have those listed in front of you. You should know that for that particular position, we are going to have an interview. What kind of skills are needed? What kind of competencies are needed? For example, if you are assessing someone for a front desk, so you would be very much knowing that you need good communication skills, you need a little bit presentability, you also need very quick and agile kind of mindset, so that the person can deal with multiple people at the same time, having wonderful interpersonal skills. If you are going to assess a person for a leadership role, so you would definitely be having some marked competencies for the leadership roles. For example, that can be a decision making skill, that could be people management, that could be a strategy thing. So the competencies are always need to be aligned before having the discussion with the candidate, so that you know what kind of questions you need to frame to see whether the candidate is meeting the required competencies or not. So competencies are the first and foremost part for framing your questions. The competencies are